are the big ones we found from last week.
Not this
Not
one.
that one.
Kimber, quiet.
And then here we have
This is, oh, don't break your wrists.
yeah.
Come over here with them. This one is tricky. That's from this week. Now, it looks little in the pictures, and I've had people act like I'm lying. They're actually making fun of me. They're like, oh, you know, because I said the weight of these.
It is a thick
It's
antler.
a toad. It's bigger than that big set right there.
And boy, is
Believe it or not.
I mean, this is heavy.
Yeah, it's really heavy. And maybe the video shows it, maybe it doesn't, but I posted a picture of it and said, you know, what it weighed. And guys were like, oh yeah, here's a 60-pound horn, and posting pictures of raghorns and stuff. Being stupid about it, because it's got, it's like his fifths in this, you know, it's decent mass there, not really, but I mean, that's not a real big point. So you look at him and you think, oh, he's like a 4-year-old bull.
Sorry, I'm not very good at
He's
holding
actually
these.
probably way older than that.
He's heavy.
The video doesn't show mass. You can set them down if you need to, but
really are some of my favorites.
they are, maybe the video shows it good.
Come across.
But these are 13
right
pounds. Oh yeah, and
that's awesome.
he's got this melted thing, and he had it on both thirds.
He did, and then
he broke it off this side.
Oh, right
you
there.
can see where
that's where it was.
It broke off right around there. So he had that balanced on both thirds.
I mean, he's.
But I don't know if videos show the mass. But that's 13 pounds, and for around here, that's a big horn. I mean, I've seen bigger, but I'm not lucky enough to find anything bigger than that. My biggest elk antler I've ever found is 13.5 pounds.
They really are heavy.
And these were actually, the one is 12 1/4, and the other's 13. But you compare to that guy, hold on a second, let me see what it shows.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe it shows on there how heavy they are like that. You can kind of see the mass. But you set these guys
on this side.
Oh, go ahead.
Show this.
Oh,
right here.
Yeah, these are way more massive than I think the video shows too. That's that's as big around as the main beam on this 7-point.
Yeah, so you got, here's this one, not with my fingers. You got this one.
Yeah.
That shows it.
But then this mass down here.
You got that.
So he's real heavy on the bottoms.
And this one I can wrap my fingers around.
He actually carries a lot of weight clear up into everything. I mean,
so
he's got, rotate it. Like I said, he looks little in some of the pictures, and it's actually a pound heavier or more than.
Not as long, but he's.
I said the video just doesn't show it right, but I don't know. Anyway, we wanted to show those a little better. But that was exciting. Find these laying side by side.
So exciting.
So I've been looking for elk antlers for, I was trying to figure out when I found my first one 22 years ago. Oh. Actually, no, it was more than that.
You've been doing this long.
Okay, I'm 37. I was 16 when I found my first.
Almost 37 years.
So that's 20. Yeah, never mind. Anyway, so yeah, 21 years. 21 years ago, I found my first elk antler. And since then, I've never found both sides to anything this size. Somebody else has always found the other side for me, or like when we're all looking, the other side. And then last week, I ended up finding both sides. This week, found those laying side by side. I actually spotted them. Kimber, quiet.
Kimber.
Our dog doesn't like other dogs sniffing around her food. Now she's gonna hurry and eat all of her food because she's a glutton. Kimber.
She's corgi, of course she's a glutton.
There's the other dog right there staring at her food through the fence. Kimber, it can't get through 2 chain link fences. You don't need to eat all your food. Any of you that have corgis know they're pigs. Anyway, sorry I get distracted. ADD, KFC, YMCA, IHOP.
Both of us.
Let's get pancakes.
Oh, that sounds good.
I spotted this point right there from over half a mile away with my 15s with him. And I was like, buddy, that stick really looks like the shape of a horn because it looked like a white, just a stick without the bark on it. And I was like, and it was so far away. I started glassing, looked over to the left, and saw this guy under the tree 10 feet to the left, and I was like, so I looked back at this one, and I sat down and got a better rest, and I could see the sword because it was behind oak brush.
So,
And they were literally 10, 15 feet apart.
And then
Well, you saw it in the video.
What we found. And then he found some.
So
and it's been a good year for us.
This is all I found this year minus one. I found a little 6-point that's maybe 4 pounds, 5 pounds. And it was the only one I found that wasn't brown. And that's 5 hikes. So
yeah,
6 antlers and 5 hikes.
I'd say not bad.
That's pretty good for me.
Yeah.
But the crappy thing is we were going out so that she could find one and so that our friend Seth could find one. Because it's been 20-something years since he's found one, and probably what, 4 or 5 years?
Probably 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 5. And
you
find them more.
I've got the luck.
He's
and I use my binoculars a little more.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, use your binoculars. That's how you find them.
The
Binoculars.
That's the lesson learned here: is use your binoculars.
I hate how I sound on video. I'm like, use your binoculars. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I had guys basically giving me crap that I was making up weight on that, but those really are. One's 12 1/4, the other one's 13. These ones were 11 1/2 and like 11 3/4. And this one's 9 1/2. But it's got the biggest sword and the best genetics, honestly, of all of them. This guy is, I said, if his 5th was there, he's going to be a big one.
So you say
he's a young bull, just a little base, but I don't know if this video shows it right.
Say you've been looking for antlers how many years?
22 for elk, 21, 22.
Okay. Then mine's about 14.
Yeah, since we got married.
Yeah.
Her first elk antlers ever were a 7-point brown set side by side.
Yes.
Turd. And it's one of those where
they were
it's
awesome.
it's actually basically a 6x7 because the one side it's got an extra right here, so it's all palmated wide, and he busted off his first, I think, on one side, but he's got a point sticking out here.
Maybe
and then the other side, it's a little itty bitty one.
Maybe I'll have to throw those onto a.
Yeah, they're up in the storage unit.
Oh, are they?
And it's buried. We sold our house and moved everything into a storage unit until our next house is available. Long story you don't need to hear. Anywho, so we're just kind of sitting, hanging out, waiting to, yeah. Yep, so most of our antlers that we didn't sell
they are stored away.
Locked
so
away.
That we have room to walk.
And these are going to have to go in storage. This guy, I still keep these next to my pillow at night. And I love this set. Don't get me wrong, I love this set, especially those giant furs and stuff. He's just a good bull,
sometimes
but
he says he just needs to sit and.
That guy is awesome.
Sometimes he says he needs to just sit and cuddle his horns for a while.
Well, they had to spend a lot of cold, lonely nights on the mountain after the elk abandoned them.
Yeah.
You need to let them know they're still loved.
Yeah, they are.
And this guy's got a twin out there that's out there all alone and scared.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. I hope we can maybe find a few more before
it gets too hot.
Before it gets roasting.
Well, we got to go to weddings and all kinds of stuff.
Busy summer.
What we need to do is get out on the peaks and glass all the canyons.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of guys this year going, I couldn't find any. I don't know where they're at. And I know a few guys that are still out hiking and they're cleaning up because they're figuring out where they're at. And I want to get out and clean up. But I'll tell you a secret. Everybody thinks they all went low for the snow. This guy was low. This is as low as you can get.
Ooh,
these two big ones were up so high that they were up as high as last year when there wasn't any snow.
They were. So
they're stubborn old bulls that stayed up there, I guess. I don't know.
And the hill was probably about this steep.
Yeah, on that one, huh? Oh, that one actually was even steeper.
Yeah,
like
this.
Yeah. Yep. Really steep. I almost said too much. I was going to say something there, but anyway. They weren't on south-facing slopes. This one actually kind of was. But this one and his set was actually down in the low country, like this guy. But yeah.
So?
Don't just stick to the south-facing slopes.
Yep.
This was nowhere near one. This was definitely not south facing. Anywho,